Hello again, hope you are doing well. This time we will create a YouTube video-based application for Google Play. Finding idea and data for this kind of apps are easy. Also, if you have your own channel or videos on YouTube, this will help bring more views and watch time for your videos. As an extra bonus, it will generate more revenue from AdMob. For our demo purposes, let's create an app for funny video. As you can see, this will be final look of our app. At first, let's create an app on build.droidpanda.com. Once created, start adding categories for the app. For this app, a child category can have at most one collection. Just to remind you, a child category is a category which has no parent. Collection will contain all the information related to the video. Since this is a YouTube video-based app, we need some thumbnail image for our categories. You should not use thumbnail directly from YouTube, since it might violate YouTube's policy. Instead, it is best to use custom thumbnail for each video. As you can see, I am collecting online image link or offline image from different websites. Be careful when choosing an image from internet because some images might be copyright protected. This thumbnail is from YouTube, so I decided not to take this image. As you can see, I have collected some images for my categories. Since this is a demo application, I am trying to keep it simple. But for your purposes, try to put as many videos as possible. It is always better if you have more content in your app. For consistency, I am going to resize the offline images. This is always better. If you have too large image, the application size might increase. So, to reduce the app size, and to make it more consistent, let's resize the images appropriately. I am going to use these two images as online icon URL. Now, let's create our categories. To tell the app that each video consists of a title and an image, this time we will use both title as well as icon URL. We will use both offline and online image. Creating category with online image is easy, just give the name of the category and copy-paste the image URL. As for creating category with offline image, at first, let's create a folder named apps, and put all the images inside that folder. After giving the name of the category, we need to construct the offline URL. To construct offline image link, put assets:/ before the image path. For example, if we give assets:/apps/index.jpg as offline image link, we are saying the app will be able to find the image named index.jpg inside the folder named apps. We will see later on, we need to compress this folder to make a zip file and upload when building our app. Now, I will try to add all the category and subcategory for the app. I am adjusting sort weight according to my need. You should adjust that as well. Sort weight or position is important. Position or sort weight is, as the name suggests, the position where this category will be placed in respect to other categories. When giving image link in category icon URL, make sure there is no spaces or special characters. Let's add some subcategories under a category. Once category creation is done, let's add YouTube video in appropriate category. As mentioned previously, for video app we can put at most one collection under a child category. If you have more than one collection in a child category, the app might not work properly, so you need to be extra careful for that. When adding new collection, give YouTube video link. Besides YouTube link you can put HTML as well, but in that case the app will look something like this when user tries to see the video. But you have to be careful with this format, because Google does not allow AdMob ad when showing only YouTube video. That means you can monetize your content, but you cannot monetize YouTube video. So in this case, if your content has greater value, only then put HTML with YouTube video. Although this is video-based application, but you can put only HTML in a collection, without giving any video link. In that case, when user clicks on it, the app will show only the HTML. But for simplicity, we are not going to show this in here. Now that our data entry is done, we are ready to build our app. But before we do that, we need an application icon or logo for our app. I am going to use canva.com to make my logo. This website is great when you are in a hurry or you are new to graphics design. If you know Photoshop or Illustrator, you can try making your own logo. But for our demo purposes, I am going to use Canva. Google Play requires 512 by 512 application icon, and it should be in PNG format. As you can see, I am not giving much time when making the logo. You should give some time before deciding the final look of your logo. Now that my logo is ready, let's start building our app. Select the app. Once the app is selected, you will see all the available templates for that app. Select the template you want to use for this app. Check the details about each template on our FAQ page. Next, we need to select a signing key. We will assign a signing key to you when you register on our website. It is recommended to use different key store for different Google Play developer account. If you need more key store, you need to email us at support@droidpanda.com. Next, select the appropriate options that I am showing in here. We will have separate videos for each of these options. Also, check FAQ page for more. Now, we need to compress our offline asset folder to make a zip file and attach it. In case your app does not need offline asset, create an empty folder named Apps and compress it to make a zip file. As for Google Services Firebase JSON file, go to console.firebase.google.com. Making new project in Firebase for each new app is expensive. Also, Google does not allow creating too many projects only to get Google Services JSON file. For my purposes, I am going to use an existing project. Make sure to use the same package name on our website as well as on Firebase. Once we have Google Services JSON file, we are ready to give other information about our app. Give application name, Google Play developer name, how frequently you want to show full screen ad, etc. When giving AdMob ad ID, I am using test ad from AdMob for this demo, but for your app, collect your AdMob ad ID from apps.admob.com. You can do lot of customization when building the app. Try experimenting with those options. YouTube video-based application require YouTube API key from Google. To collect that, head over to console.cloud.google.com. Create a project. If you don't have any project already, just like Firebase, you cannot have too many projects in here. Once created, you need to enable YouTube API, get the API key from credentials, try to follow step by step, as I am doing in here. Find and enable YouTube Data API. Once enabled, under credentials you will be able to generate API key for our app. Once we've collected API key, copy-paste it in appropriate field. We can use the same API key for multiple applications, but there is a problem with that. Since we will use this key inside the app, anyone can get our API key from the app and use it inside their app. That is why it is recommended to secure the API key with our package name and signature. I will show you how to do that in later part of the video. For Firebase server key, go to console.firebase.google.com, where we've collected Google Services JSON file. Under Cloud Messaging, you will find server key. Copy-paste the server key. Once you have entered all the required information, press Submit and wait for couple of minutes. Usually it takes anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes to build an app. Once the build is complete, you should get an email. Also, you can download the build file from the website as well. You should get a zip file as your build file. Inside that, you will get APK, AAB, and other resources that you need in order to publish the app on Google Play. Let's install the app and see how does it look. Does not look too great. We can change that. Let's customize our app. But before that, let's see whether all the offline images, online images and videos are loading properly or not. This is the category where we used HTML as well as YouTube link inside the collection. Seems like everything is loading properly. This is another big advantage of this platform. Giving update to your existing app is as easy as pie. Here, let me show you. My app does not have text only or image only category. It has text and image category. So I am customizing that. When customizing, I am going to take help from Hint Images. You can customize these screens many ways. Using one column or two column. Using template graphics or card. You can also modify the card color and text as well. Let's install the new APK, but before that we need to uninstall the previous app. This time it looks great, although we can customize it more with card, but for this demo this should suffice. Now, we need to secure our API key. Inside build folder find signing key _sha1.txt file. This file will consist the SHA1 signature for your app. We will use that to secure our YouTube API on console.cloud.google.com. Under application restrictions, find Android apps. Put your package name as well as the SHA1 signature that we got inside the build folder. You can put more than one package name and SHA1 signature under Android apps in a single project. So, let's say I have another package and another SHA1 signature. In that case, I can add the new package name and signature under this project as well. You can make many types of video-based application using this template. For this one, truly, the sky is the limit. Give it a go. Try it out now. There are also other types of template available for other types of application as well. For example, SMS, jokes, riddles or question answer, PDF, audio, photo frame, find the difference, MCQ. Many more templates are on development. So, what are you waiting for? Register at build.droidpanda.com and start building your next app with us.